Okay.
All right, Coach Brian Bohannon is with us after today's 35-3 win over Shorter. Coach Bo will open it up for an opening comment.
Well, first of all, it was great to be back at the bank. It's been a long time, so that was good. I thought the crowd was really good considering that we have limited capacity. Saw a good group in the student section, very appreciative of them as well. And I'm proud that we got a W today. I think it's very obvious we did not play very well today. Didn't coach very well. I didn't do a very good job. We didn't play very well. Be honest with you, it looked like practice. If you want to know the truth, it looks exactly like practice. So I think find a way to win when you don't play well. Hopefully we can take that, go learn from the mistakes, and build on it. We got to play a lot better. Early on, defensively, we couldn't get them off the field. I think there was offense might have had one possession like in the first quarter. That got better. Defense picked it up a little bit, created some turnovers and some energy, and offensively just couldn't get out of our own way. Whether it was a turnover or just executing things at a high level, it just was really, for the most part, not very good most of the day. And then we had some, several penalties. Just a lot of things we got to clean up. So again, I'm pleased with the W, and I told our kids that, and we're going to celebrate wins because they don't come easy. But it's nowhere near our standard. And I talked to the guys. I don't mean this in any, but I talked to them about avoiding the pandemic football, or where things just look out of whack. And we're really working on that. And we weren't able to achieve that today. And I hope now that it's in a game, not at practice. Because sometimes at practice, it's in one ear and out the other. Well, this was a game today. And they all knew it wasn't very good. And so it's stuff we can go build on and get better at. Unfortunately, we did it with a W. And I think that's really important. And we got a lot of work to do. We got an open week. We got several guys banged up today. Just navigating some uncharted waters right now, just to be honest with you. And hopefully we can get some guys back, and more importantly, go to practice and fix the things that we did not do well today, which is a lot. And we're not in football shape. I'm not sure when we're going to be. Those are just some things that, I'll be honest with you, I don't have good answers for right now, other than playing our way through it. So lot going on, but we won today. Appreciate everybody coming out to the game. And I always appreciate the support. So I'll open the floor for questions.
I guess I'll start. Just how would you compare this to, I guess, the first game of any other season? Because, you usually come out looking sharp, or is it usually that first game jitters? You know what I mean? How would you compare this to like a first game in the fall?
I don't think you could compare what we're doing to anything that has been done before. You can't. Guys, we had 3 weeks of conditioning before we started camp. We normally work off 8 weeks. There's just a lot of things, and I'm not making excuses, because at the end of the day, I told our kids, we got to go do it. It don't matter. I don't know how to compare it to anything. I'll be honest with you, I daily work through what we're going to do the next day, because I've never been through this before. So I can't even begin to compare it to anything we've ever done in the fall. And I don't mean that sarcastically at all. I'm just being honest. Like there is no comparison. There is no comparison. And it's a fine line on how much you can push. There's just a lot of things that are unique. And, it's different, man. It's different. We're going to work our way through it. It's different.
Just to kind of build on that, then, how much growth do you expect to see week to week? It sounds like pretty far behind. Just how much growth do you expect to see next week, going into next week?
Well, I think the thing that happened today that I think is really good for the long haul for us is it got put on tape in a game. Sometimes you make mistakes in practice and coaches correct you. And you're like, I'll get it in the game, or I'll flip the switch, or, whatever it is. Well, it got exposed today. And so now I think there'll be a little more urgency to go fix some of those things. And hopefully we can build on that. We got an open week to get some guys back. We got an open week to kind of go fix some things and getting ready for conference play where there's no margin for error. You know what I mean? In the season we have, there's no margin for error. So I think that's what we're going to do. I would hope between game 1 and game 2, you would see a huge difference in at least our execution level. I don't think it'll be, exactly where we want it to be. I don't know that anything this spring is going to be exactly where we want it to be, but it's got to be better. You know what I mean? We got to build on the things that we didn't do well today. And then some of the things that we did do okay, we can build on those as well. But it's just it's just a little different.
Hey, Brian, I guess you can say that practice and routine really matters. This is proof of that, isn't it?
Let me tell you guys something. There's a reason football is the way it's been done for as long as I can remember. There's a reason. There's a reason you have summer conditioning. There's a reason you have camp. There's a reason you do all the things that we do. We didn't do any of those. And we're navigating it. And I'm not making any excuses, guys. I'm just being honest with you. We're navigating. And I told our guys, I ain't going to let the pandemic be an excuse for us. We're going to go do it. But there's a reason things are done the way they're done. You know what I mean? It's just, and we're in a different place, and we're going to work our way through it. We're going to make it work, and we're going to find a way to get better. But yes, there is no question that things have an order, and there's a reason we do things the way we do it. The conditioning and camp and all that stuff is really the things you really miss.
You talk about the little margin for error. Do you feel that now? I mean, do you feel like a more of an urgency than you would during a regular season?
Well, I think when you're short in season, I mean, your opportunities are less. And I think, when we look at our aspirations here, which is going to the playoff, winning the conference, they get you to go where you can go to the playoffs, compete for a championship. When your conference opponent is up next, I mean, we have 4 conference games. We got to win them all. If we don't win them, we're not going to the playoffs. Just simple. It's cut and dry. You win those games, you go to the playoffs. You don't, you're not going. So probably to answer your question, I would say yes, especially early in the season like this. Normally you have some non-conference games to start the season before you get in conference. But for us right now, there's no margin for error.
Thanks.
First of all, congratulations, Coach, on the victory. And secondly, since nobody's brought it up yet, tell me a little bit about this defensive performance today. You had 11 tackles for a loss. You held your opponents under 3 points. You had 6 sacks. Tell us a little more about this defense.
So I think early on, and I don't know what you attribute it to, and they came out and had a good plan. Credit to Coach Morrison and Short. I thought those guys played extremely hard. I think he's doing a great job with that program. We were on our heels a little bit, couldn't get off the field, but to our credit, I think those guys, we regrouped a little bit. We're able to get some pressure and create some turnovers and create some negative plays. So it got a little bit better as it went, which is positive. I think you saw some things early that we need to we got to fix. But I thought we made some improvements and got in the backfield, create some negative plays and create some turnovers. And that's something we talked about before the game. That's a big deal. Creating those turnovers. So I thought there was some improvement as the thing went on. Early on it was, it was a little bit dicey early on. But I thought it got better and we created some negative plays, which is what you want to do on defense. You get them behind the chains and off schedule, it gives you a chance.
After so much time off, how excited were the guys before the game after 15 months without a competitive game?
Yeah, they were excited. I mean, there's no question. And in the press conference earlier in the week, I told you guys, we're not ready, but we got to go play. Y'all remember me saying that? I said, we're not ready, but we got to go play. Because it's just been so long, so many practices, so many things. We need to go play. And they were fired up about playing now. They were juiced up in pregame, and it's been a while. And I don't think there was a lack of excitement at all, to go play. There was just some execution things and stuff that truthfully has been going on in practice, but now it's going to get magnified because you did it out in the game. So But yeah, they were amped up and ready to go. We all were. I was. I mean, I love this stuff, man. Win, lose, or draw. I love it. I love coming out of the tunnel. I love coaching. I love being a part of this. I love it all. And I missed it. And I was excited about it. Because this is, for us, especially with all that we've been through here, that's like the sacred space for us. That's it, man. Like out there is where we can go do our thing and get away from all the things that are going on. You know what I mean? And it's all of us. It's adults, it's kids, it's fans, it's everybody. That's the place you go, right? And so we were all excited. Heck, I was excited. So I don't think there was a lack of that at all. The excitement to get back on the field and play. And, it's our team makeup's kind of unique. We do have a group that's played, and there's a large group that's never gone through a Friday night, Saturday morning, kind of get ready for a game kind of deal. And we have yet to be able to get in any kind of routine because of we've been in camp, now you play a game. Now we got an open week. Then you go into next week, we're on spring break. And then you play. So it's going to be about 2 weeks before we even start to get on some semblance of a routine. And as Steve said earlier, in football, routine is huge. It's huge. So we're going to continue to work on that. But at the end of the day, we got to go get it done, So, but the excitement level, it was there. I think we all love it. Y'all good? Can't believe y'all don't have more questions.
We're getting used to this too, Brian.
What, the Zoom press conferences?
That's right. Exactly.
I get to look up at the screen. I can't tell if I'm looking up at the camera. It's just technology, right? But it's easier for you guys to always be at the press conference when it's Zoom, right, Steve? No matter where you are, you can be there. So
yeah,
maybe this stuff we can build on.
I miss being face to face.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all. Hey, appreciate y'all being here, asking questions about our game, covering us. Appreciate it. It means a lot to us. Thank you. All good? Yeah, man.
All right, guys, we'll go straight to questions for Kareem Taylor.
Well, Kareem, 448 days without a game. Was it worth the wait?
Oh yeah, most definitely it was worth the wait, man. We've been itching to get back out, and kind of left a bad taste in our mouth last time we was on the field and played the game. So we had to come out and just do our jobs, man. We knew that there's gonna be a couple hiccups in the game, but we had to fight through that adversity, man, and get the win.
Defensively, you had a little trouble getting off the field early. Then what happened as the game progressed, do you think?
We just felt like we weren't being aggressive, kind of playing on our heels a little bit, like Coach was saying. But towards the end, we kind of figured out what they wanted to do. We knew coming in the game they didn't really have an identity of what they wanted to do. So we just kind of started feeling things out, shortened the play calls and started flying around playing fast, man, playing Kansas State football.
When you're running across the field after you recovered the fumble, how close did you feel to the end zone, and how close, or what was your emotions during that?
Man, I was just trying to get to the end, get the block, trying to get to the edge, man. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But definitely a lot of energy. I knew we needed that, coming off, a couple turnovers and, offense was struggling a little bit. I knew we kind of needed that energy, that momentum right there.
Congratulations on the win and on the great defensive performance by you and your teammates. What would you say were the highlights of you and the defense? I mean, you had 6 sacks, you had 11 tackles for a loss, you kept shorter under 3 points. What are the big things you guys are going to take away to your next game versus Charleston Southern?
Just kind of keeping the same philosophy. Stop the run, man. That's the main thing. Stop the run to the ball. Effort, attitude, toughness, same role. That's kind of our philosophy. That's what we built this off of, and that's a standard. We all know that. All these 11 guys know, whoever's up, with COVID going on, we don't know who's going to be that guy. So we all just kind of, staying ready, you know what I mean, and attacking it each and every day, just playing to the standard. That's all that was, just the standard.
Anything else for Kareem? All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Thanks, man. Great. All right, questions for Tommy Bryant?
Well, Tommy, I'll ask you the same thing I asked Kareem. After all this time, 448 days, was it worth the wait?
It was definitely worth the wait. I mean, we didn't go out there and execute like we wanted to, but it was definitely worth the wait.
Your coach expressed, I think, dissatisfaction with how the offense executed. Was some of that to be unavoidable given what you've gone through, or do you expect more of yourself in this?
Definitely expect more. I mean, if you look back at the stats, we had too many balls on the ground, and myself throwing an interception. It's just the little things that really held us back in this game. I mean, we really beat ourselves a lot.
In the reg zone, is it primarily you taking control? I want to get this in, or is it more directed from the coaching staff, like for your rushing ability in the reg zone?
I mean, the coaches just call a play that they think will be best. I mean, a lot of times, you try to eliminate, where the ball, kind of goes as far as like from me to the center. I mean, from center to me to the two back. You want to eliminate all of that and just kind of sometimes just keep it in my hands or quarterback hands.
Specifically in the red zone, is that like?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was just trying to follow up. I have unstable connection. Sorry. I was just saying, like, that's specifically in the red zone for like to minimize passes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just minimize the ability to turn the ball over. The chances of that happening, you become a lot slimmer when you just keep it from the center to the quarterback. So,
personally, for your day-to-day, what was the best part of it for you?
Honestly, just getting the first snap. that was probably the best part of the day. I mean, it was so much emotion and excitement built around that first snap, and just to be able to do it again was a blessing.
I'm assuming this is the longest period you've gone in your life without playing football in a game. How did you handle that?
I mean, we just had to compose ourselves and keep our head, focus on the task at hand. I mean, all the practices, we knew it was going to build up and lead to this moment.
First off, congratulations on the win. Secondly, what did you guys see out there today from Shorter that you had to make the adjustments on, and what are you guys going to take from this game and use that as motivation and things to build on for the next game?
Coming into the game, I mean, they got a new defensive coordinator, so we didn't really know what to expect. So the quarterbacks and the whole offense, we really just focused on a lot of different fronts. And, quarterbacks, we have our go-to checks to specific fronts. And, I think the thing we take away from this is we can't get caught up in the moment, and we got to focus up and handle our business, because today will get us beat, versus anybody. So.
Anything else for Tommy? All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you all for joining us today.